Good day, Sun Lake residents. This is Ray Bossert, Boz, your general manager for the district. I wanted to take a few minutes today to explain to you our State of the District report for 2023. To our Sun Lake stakeholders, residents, supervisors, and staff, I wanted to take some time to report on our district actions during 2023. During and after the holiday, we all will be consumed with setting ourselves up for the new year, dealing with how the rising costs will impact our lives and other life changes that will occur in 2024. The month of December is usually a reflective time for all. In the month of January, we will all be bombarded by end-of-year analysis, projections for the new year, and speeches on state of the county, state of the state, and state of the union. I feel to place these pending statements in context, you should know where we stand as a district. So let me take some time to give you a summary of the district in 2023 and our basic plans for 2024, basically our state of the district. This is a report from where I sit as your general manager and chief executive officer. I will discuss these comments into 4 categories: our staff, our projects, our budget, and our future. Before I get into the details, let me address the most impactful event of 2023 and how this will continue to influence our actions in 2024. The worldwide rising costs and how we adjusted to them as a district and community. My observation from these past 18 months of historically high costs is how resourceful and resilient our district responded. This was a true test of our character, nature, and values. Some facts on inflation for our district of 11,000 residents. Our operational costs rose over 18%. Our fuel costs almost doubled to $400,000 annually. Our liability, property, and other insurance rates rose over 20%. Projects that would have conducted for the benefit of the district almost always incurred a 20 to 30% cost increase. While the district did not feel the kitchen table impacts like we all did in food, housing, and clothing costs, remember we do maintain a restaurant and clubhouse, and they felt this pain as well. We had to adapt to the high costs. In the end, only sought to raise our assessments and utility rates across the board by 5%, an average of only $50 increase per parcel across all our 34 assessment property categories. This could only happen with strict budget controls measures across our departments, cost-saving measures, and finding efficiencies across the staff, and making those hard decisions on when to initiate projects, and in some cases, handle them in-house instead of contracting them out. In the end, we tightened our belts, took care of ourselves, kept paying our taxes, bills, and commitments, as well as helping others when possible. Finally, we did not let this turmoil impact how we act, treat others, respect authority, and respond as a district. Let's keep doing the right things as this inflation and potential recession stabilizes, and hopefully this economic event will be a topic in history class and not a daily issue we have to deal with together. Let's stay Sun Lake proud as we have done for over 50 years. Now our staff. We have a fully manned and great team. The district currently has 150 employees to serve over 11,000 residents and businesses. That equates to 71 residents per employee workload, an acceptable average to provide premium service. This includes security, code enforcement staff, utility department, roads and maintenance, restaurant and golf course staff, permitting folks, department heads, and recreation. We have a very strong, professionally dedicated, and caring workforce that are living the values of our district. They have shown their professionalism, readiness, and relevancy every day of 2023, working for you, our residents. We compensate, provide great benefits for our employees, but we also hold them accountable for their actions and ensure they remain properly trained and equipped so they can provide the best service possible for you. We have conducted a complete revision of the employee handbook this past year, hosted a job fair where over 40 applicants attended, and some we even hired, onboarded 27 new employees throughout the year, and celebrated 16 staff members who have passed the 5-year longevity milestone. They've served between 5 and 30 years with our district. As they say, you get what you pay for, and I'm very comfortable in the competency, dedication of our team, and will to continue to advocate for them. We need to retain the quality individuals we have, as well as attract future high performers. From pandemics, street repairs, elections, code enforcement, providing security services, running our magistrate court, operating the water and sanitation facilities, permitting and building code enforcement, district community engagements with citizens, and utility service billings, park maintenance, caring for our trails and golf courses, and a host of other things your district staff works daily. They make me proud as a supervisor, and you should be too. Now our projects. This year was busy. Road repairs, swale improvements for stormwater runoff were high on our list of priorities. We placed major resurfacing projects on hold until 2024 due to inflation costs. This was a wise decision, but we continued constant pothole repairs, safety sign replacement, clearing of over 80 miles of swales and drainage ditches, and good old Florida grass cutting and landscape maintenance. This kept the team busy, as well as a multitude of other projects, all completed on time and below budget. They also replaced over 1,500 feet of sidewalks and curb and gutter work, repainted street and parking areas. We also addressed the storm damage from last year along Columbus Boulevard and Minorca Road, and replaced the roofs damaged by the hailstorm. Our water department and sanitation department are annually applauded for their efforts in providing quality water to our residents and businesses, as well as taking extreme efforts to ensure that we process through our sanitation plant does not harm our environment. We also follow strict rules and guidelines on water extraction and quality processing, since this is critical and closely monitored in Florida, rightfully so. We also improved our water well system with filter upgrades and lift station repairs. We provide as a district over 1 million gallons of clean water daily to our residents, and the same in sanitation process. And it's a challenge that we excel at and provide the best services possible. We look forward to continuing that service upgrading our infrastructure in the future. A part of the upgrade is a new water meter project to replace over 4,500 meters with live reading systems to better track usage and thus have users pay for the actual water they use. In the realm of providing security from natural and man-made disasters, the district worked closely with the County Emergency Management Agency and sought funding for improvements to our emergency generators and pump stations. We also began updating our response plans internally, as well as with our partners in government and businesses, to ensure in the event of an incident, we can quickly and effectively respond. This included a new communication system not relying on cell phone towers to connect all district staff and aid in response efforts. Our recreation services continue to be a high priority for our district. We have invested in playgrounds with grants from the county of over $150,000, upgrading shelters, new signage, a resident-only dog park with secure access, ongoing golf course maintenance, a new disc frisbee course, resurfacing the pickleball and tennis courts. And we conduct regular maintenance of these amenities to ensure they remain a great place to visit. We approved the upgrading of our all-access basketball courts and a volleyball court in our recreation complex to provide more innovative ways to enjoy the recreation system. We also are initiating efforts to improve our bike and hiking trails in the district and expand the signage we use to identify where you are on the trail network, as well as a digital communication board for passing information to our residents, such as road closures or boil notices. We look forward to continued efforts to expand our recreation facilities and their quality over the next few years. As for our district fleet of vehicles and buildings, we have invested in new equipment to ensure we can provide the best service possible. 2 new service pickup trucks, mowers, maintenance gators were purchased to keep our fleet current and lower our repair costs over time. Your district has over $200 million of property and equipment, and we constantly maintain it. Having served in the military, I would put our district team up against any military unit in conducting a proper inspection and maintenance program. We would come out with flying colors. We also constantly maintain our district buildings, albeit they need some facelifts. We have great plans to improve them soon, focused on facade upgrades and environmental improvements to reduce operating costs. We have re-energized our code enforcement and permitting departments. Over the past 6 months, we have reclaimed over $900,000 in late and past due fines and builder fees, and continue to enforce the rules of Sun and Lake for the benefit of all. We are all proud to live here, and that requires some basic respect of our community and its rules. We are also proud to be a safe and secure community, working with our 24/7 security team and the county sheriff's department. Of course, this only scratches the surface of the multitude of projects your district team has worked this past year. From fencing repairs, water line replacements, the removal of a half mile of asbestos-coated water lines installed over 45 years ago, stormwater drainage upgrades, recreation facility repairs and improvements, tree limb removals, bulk waste disposal assistance, and many more. You can be proud of your team's day-to-day work as we look forward to the continuing work ethic in the future. Now, our district budget. First, I must say we are in good financial standing when it comes to our district finances. This was in part to years of fiscal conservatism by our staff and current and previous district boards of supervisors, not taking on more debt than acceptable, including all funding sources from assessment, fees, our water and sanitation departments, and any state and federal funding. Our district received just over $14 million in revenue in 2023. We spent just over $11 million and placed the remaining funds in savings and reserve accounts. Your district staff has been very frugal in spending, and even with the pandemic and inflationary times, we have continued to operate efficiently and effectively. I am sure you will agree that unlike larger and excessively bloated organizations, where your taxes get lost in bureaucracy, you can immediately see the impacts of your assessment dollars or fees you pay for district services immediately. We have always aimed to please and are very responsive to our residents' requests for assistance, or if a service is within our means. That's what being part of a moderately sized, close-knit community means. Accountability for actions and proper use of resources conducted at the lowest level with as little bureaucracy as possible. Your district also seeks to fully grasp the long-term consequences of its actions. I am sure you have seen many initiatives and actions regionally and locally that did not make sense and over time become unsustainable without constant government growth and thus raising taxes or assessments. Your district does not go down that path, nor will they under my leadership. Our staff has been relatively the same size for over 15 years. Our budgets are always balanced. We place large sums back into our reserves and savings accounts. We take out very little long-term debt without a viable payback plan. We do not look at reimbursements or grants as opportunities to grow government on the back of our taxpayer. I promise you that we will continue these best practices so every resident can feel confident in receiving the most for their assessment dollars. An example of this budgetary oversight is in the past 6 months under my direction, the district has found close to $1 million in cost savings from finding efficiencies in our processes, renegotiating or eliminating contracts, or just giving a critical look at everything we spend. These best practices will continue to reap benefits for the district, now and in the future. There will be times we will need to increase fees and assessments, but trust me, your district, working with our supervisors, will present the facts, less any emotions or prejudices. We will present the positives and negatives, and whatever issue will be decided based on an informed decision, not an arbitrary vote. On August 29th, the 2023, your district voted on its 2024 budget. Again, accounting for all revenue and expenditure sources, your district will collect over $16.8 million in revenue next year. We plan to spend just over $13.5 million. The balance will be placed in reserves and savings accounts for future expenses or projects. This reserve amount will end up being over $6.3 million for future projects or emergencies. Our assessments rates will increase 5% across all property categories: residential, vacant, commercial, etc. Surrounding communities are seeing large tax increases after this challenging year. Your district tried its best to keep those increases manageable, and the district budget process was open to all, transparent, and informed by staff and residents. I'm very comfortable that every resident will receive the best value for their hard-earned assessment dollars, and that every expense we have will equate to a visible action that a resident can see in our district in the form of a new road, better recreation facilities, a safe and secure district, and efficient government with manageable long-term debt. Now the future. It looks bright and exciting. Your district turns 50 years old in April 2024. This is a big deal, and we will celebrate all year with events, drinks, and meal specials at our clubhouse and other celebrations. The district started with a few hundred residents and minimal services covering a few acres, and just 50 years later, we have over 11,000 residents, 12 square miles of land, and premier services comparable with any Florida city, town, or village. The district will complete over $700,000 of road resurfacing projects in 2024. over 3 miles of new road resurfacing. Some examples are at Ponce de Leon, the Villa Bella area, Cortez Boulevard, and many others. We plan to repaint all the district buildings and update all the road painting, pedestrian, and cart crossings. We also will improve our amenities at the pool with new furniture, cabanas, and playgrounds. We have firmed up the planning for our new wastewater plant with a vote in November 2023 to approve the $2,700 per parcel special infrastructure charge. So when we build this plant, it will have the least financial impact to our residents and future district budgets. Connected to infrastructure development, our initiatives and our plans to revitalize our business corridor and engagement with them. We have seen some great businesses that have weathered many years in our area, and I applaud them. We look to filling the empty spaces with small businesses, improving the storefronts to draw more visitors, and then we need to shop local. Over the past 50 years, we've had a robust commerce along Highway 27. While we may not become a big box store location, having a vibrant and active business corridor that we support will be a great asset to the district. Then we have some simple initiatives that will bear fruit next year. Our district is seeking to establish a user-friendly application for your phone to receive notices from the district and interact in a simpler way. Communication between our residents and the district continues to be an area we need to improve. We are listening, and we will do our best to correct. This will help in the reaffirming our district identity and being able to show great community pride. We are also reviewing our Veterans Memorial at the clubhouse and seek ideas to expand that effort to properly recognize all the district veterans, over 1,000 of you all, with more ceremonies and possibly a veterans park in their honor. This project is near and dear to my heart, having served 35 years in the U.S. Army. And I look forward to this great support from our community to help in this endeavor. Working with regional electrical and solar companies, we are seeking ways to save money and protect our environment. We consume over 350,000 kilowatts of power a month, and it costs the district over $700,000 a year in power consumption. A solar grid or similar device for the district, streetlights and buildings will pay for itself in less than 36 months. And from then on, we would be free from any charges. A great benefit to our district budget and a start to impacting our environment positively, as well as lowering the cost to our residents. More to follow on this initiative and how it could be tied into the new wastewater plant. Our interaction with the county needs to improve. The past is the past, and these times of consolidation and collaboration, we need to work together. I have had meetings to that end and plan to ensure our residents receive the appropriate value they deserve by advocating for them of the county taxes that our residents pay, over $4 million annually. Finally, our district needs to continue to address past due and foreclosed parcels and developments that have accumulated over the years, and how we can work with those entities and get them back on the assessment rolls. It can only benefit us all if done correctly and efficiently. As you see, we have many initiatives and projects on our task list, and I ask for your support. It could be a simple message of support to myself or the staff, attending a district meeting, participation in a district public comment hearing, attending a public event in the district to support a holiday or community project, or shopping local, enjoying a meal in our restaurant, and use of the recreation and golf facilities. There are many other ways to support. It's a team effort, and I ask you to help in whatever capacity, time, expertise, donations, or just a word of support in 2024 and beyond. Participation gives you a voice, and that means action. In all, while I'm glad 2023 is in a rearview mirror, it has been a great year for the district. And even with these economic hard times and all the diversity, we have strived not to let it break us and survived it. In some cases, thrived. Our hearts go out to all those negatively impacted due to the COVID pandemic and the hard economic times. And we as a district will continue to help them if at all possible. Bottom line, those events have not defined us, just made us strong. I am proud and honored to be your general manager, and I can speak for my entire family. Christy, my loving wife of 18 years, and Gavin and Ava, my children, who thoroughly enjoy their time in the local school system. We are happy and excited to be part of the Sun and Lake community and its family. Moving into 2024, I will make you a few promises. I vow I will strive to do my best to represent the district professionally. I will always look out for the district residents' best interests. I will hold my staff accountable and maintain their training and professionalism to provide the best services for our district. And finally, I will ensure the funds you entrust to your district government are properly accounted for and expended legally and effectively. Thank you for your support. And as always, if you need anything from your district or your general manager, Feel free to reach out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 863-446-3364. I want to thank all my district staff, especially the department heads and human resources, Ariel Fells, Finance Director Coral Benka, Security and Code Enforcement, Bob Hills, Public Works, Bob Brumfield, Utility Department, Brandon George, Community Services, Cindy Kramer, Clubhouse Manager, Mike Lemire, Golf Course Maintenance, Jimmy Murphy, and the Board Secretary, Melissa Dahl. They have made my transition into this position extremely smooth. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not thank the Board of Supervisors for giving me the opportunity to serve our residents.
Recording in progress.
I hope this summary was effective and appreciative by you all. If you have any questions, please reach out to me as I described. Have a great holiday. Happy New Year. Let's keep our troops that are overseas and defending our nation in your prayers. Let's say thanks to any time you see an emergency worker on the front lines for us. God bless our great state, and God bless the United States of America. And let's all stay Sun and Lake proud. Thank you very much.